Hey guys, this is part two of the video little series that I made on the Char-Griller Smoking Outlaw 179 cheapy smoker that I made some simple modifications to and turned it into a barbecue cooking beast. You can get into this game on a very small cost footprint, and these two videos, this being the second one of the two, are going to show you how you can do it for a very low cost. Get in the game, start doing what you love, and start making some great barbecue. Your neighbors will begin to kick your door in trying to get you to provide them some delicious pulled pork and ribs and stuff like that. Well, if they kick your door in, that might not be good. But the point is, you can get in the game. And I've got my Char-Griller Outlaw sealed up a lot better now. I did the angle iron and stove rope mod around the fronts and the sides at first, and I didn't do it at the back, and I had smoke rolling out the back. So I added some stove rope with some RTV red in the back, and it's just now firing up, and it's doing much better. So I do have some smoke coming out around the sides just a little bit, but I'm going to show you here in just a second that it's doing much better than it was, because before it was rolling out like crazy. All right, so here we go. This is the Outlaw. It is coming up to temp. I've got a fresh log in there, so I've got a bunch of white smoke coming out. Of course, there's no meat on there yet, and I have just a little leakage around the front. That's to be expected until this thing seasons up a little more and we get a little more sealing going on. But if you can see around the back, I'm not getting very much leakage out at all, just a little bit. But yesterday it was rolling out like crazy, so I'm pretty happy with the mod so far, and we'll continue to improve upon this and make it as good as we possibly can. Getting the smoker heated up, getting ready to do some ribs and some fatties. The tail true is getting right there at right about 210 degrees or so. So I'll be ready to put some meat on here pretty soon, but she seasoned up well, and looks like I've got things sealed up pretty good. So we'll see what the results are. I'll keep doing some additional videos and string them together, and hopefully this will be beneficial to somebody. We're back, and I've got my meat on the smoker. We're about to do a couple of slabs of St. Louis style spares. One is salt and pepper only, and the other one is my special spice rub. I also have some the rib tips, or the brisket bones that were taken from those spares. Turn those into some rib tips. Those have salt and pepper and have been marinated in teriyaki sauce, and just like these little tips over here as well. Then I've got 4 fatties. One is stuffed with pepper jack cheese and some cheddar cheese, and within a spicy sausage roll and wrapped in bacon. The other one is just a pepper jack only, wrapped in bacon, and the other 2 just have some cheddar cheese inside of them. So we're gonna get this smoke underway and get ready for our outing tonight. We'll see how the new baby goes. Counting on my trusty Char-Griller to take me through. So the cook is rolling right along, probably about 2 hours in. I've added a log or 2, but this guy seems to like to hang right around 250. It's just about a little bit over 250 right now, but he's been staying about right there. And in order to control my fire, the little damper on the side is not really enough. That little damper there is not enough, so I have to slide the drawer in and out to add more airflow or cut off airflow, and that seems to work pretty well. So I'm getting a little high now. I'm going to close the door up a little bit. And I think that right there is going to bring me right back down to 250 degrees. And if it needs a little more, I can then adjust the dampers, and it'll bring it down a little bit more. It's actually stopped right now, so it's going to back down to 250. So this Char-Griller Outlaw seems to love that 250 range, which is a good thing for me. That's where I like to cook. So I'll have some more updates a little bit later. All right, so the cook is going really well. The smoker is still hanging in around 250 degrees. This Outlaw loves 250, especially when you're burning wood. And I use some Kingsford charcoal briquettes to get things going, and I've just been throwing on these wood logs here, about one every hour, and keep the fire burning nice and clean. And this looks like it's doing pretty well, so I'm not getting a lot of leaking. Really impressed with the mods. Always said that I would never do any mods to the Char-Griller. That applied, I think, to the Smoking Pro, but this Outlaw, man, he's got more holes than a slice of Swiss cheese. So you've got to do something to it to make it solid. But once you do, man, runs really great. So I'll be back in a little later, maybe take a look at the meat. It's about time, probably getting close to time to wrap my ribs. All right, so I'm about 3 hours into this cook, and I think it's about time to check and wrap my ribs. So let's see what we got going on in here. Oh yeah, nice color on those. I did open once and baste with some apple juice. Oh, look at those fatties. Oh mama. Oh yeah, they're coming along very well. If you see, I've got everything sitting on these cooling racks that I use as additional space. I can actually put ribs or chicken or anything underneath those, but I got them raised up a little bit so I can get some good smoke surrounding everything. Look at those ribs. Oh man, beautiful color. Yeah, those boys are going into the foil now. Be nice and tender for the event tonight. Oh boy.